I went to the car boot on Sunday and bought some stuff. I came home with an Electrolux ZA55, a Henry Floorhead. This, very unknown, wasn't looking for it, Hoover space heater, and the pièce de résistance, this Sony Ericsson P910i. Let's have a look at what I spent my £14. Yes, hello, my vacuum cleaner chums. How are you today? Yes, happy car boot haul to all. I hope you've had a productive weekend. I wasn't even going to go really, but nothing else to do. I don't often not have my children on a Sunday, so I can never be bothered to drag them around because blimey, they will buy some tat. But so will Daddy. So we'll start off in no particular order. We have this. I walked past a big van full of tat, and they had this thing sitting in a pile of stuff, and they wanted 50p for it, and I thought that would have been a fair gamble. Oh yeah! Look, we have ourselves a wand and a floor head, which will clean up okay. It's one of the EU style wands, the modern wands, but it has its flap at the back, it has some bristles. I think that'll clean up okay. Whether I do it anytime soon or in the future, who knows, but hey, you know how handy a pneumatic floor head could be. Then all of these came from the same store, so I've seen the Electrolux and I would actually ask him if he had the cable for it, and he would say, oh no he doesn't, would I take a fiver, would I give him a fiver for it? And I then noticed this little nugget. This is a Sony Ericsson P910i. I had one of these when it was pretty new. It wasn't brand new. It had been through a contract itself, but don't forget contracts in these days were like 12 months. 18 was like, oh, a big thing. 12-month contracts were the norm. And yeah, it had this in the box. So I said, we just take a tenner for the two. And he went, yeah, all right. So I was getting the tenner out of my wallet, and then I saw this poking out of another crate. I went, oh, that's a Hoover. What's that Hoover thing? And he went, that thing? Oh, do you just want it? And I went, yeah, all right. And it's this Hoover Turbo 600 heater. Shall we do a video on it one day? I mean, it's a little bit broken. I don't know if it works, and I don't really want to plug it in without going through it first. So, what do you reckon? Comment down below if you want us to do a video on this. But yeah, I definitely wasn't expecting that. This is cool. I subsequently spent another tenner on a flipping charger for it to see if it even boots up. It does have its battery. It's got the last owner's T-Mobile SIM card in it. That's pretty cool. And it has its stylus, and I reckon core memory unlocked. I used to have iPacs as a kid, as a teenager. And what an iPac was, an actual PDA, not a phone. And then these came out, and I had one of these, and I reckon that's why I then had a note, because I think I just like the stylus. So there we go, that is that. But this video is on this ancient beauty, and this is everything that there was on the entire stall vaguely related to. We have some wands, but sadly this one I think is split up there. This one has some tape around it, which is probably not for the wand, it's probably for the tools. It had this on the end of here, if I took it apart, to fit it into the bag that I have. So this is Electrolux's flip over carpet wand. This is for your stubborn, minty stuff, and must have been absolutely flipping awful back in the day, which is probably why this end is so worn. So it's actually a floor head, and then you get this, whether it's a hard floor head, whether it's a wall brush, whether it's even part of it. I think it is because of the little red dot. So, you know, you have yourself a lovely hard floor and wall brush. Then we have this hose, which is completely unknown at the minute. There's, whether that's either an old repair or the inner lining poking out, I don't quite know. This end definitely had a repair, and annoyingly they stuck the hose end on the wrong way round to sort of where the hose wants to sit almost. You can sort of do it, but it only swivels at this end. So we have a complete unknown hose. Then we have the machine itself. And here are its credentials. ZA55 All that malarkey, 400 watts, and it's actually in very good external condition. I mean, it's utterly filthy, but I reckon, I mean, look, we'll do a little test patch here, because this is only a sort of vinyl covering on it. Oh, yeah, look. I mean, it'll need a good old polish as well. I reckon that's going to come up okay. Yeah, it's not completely disgusting. It's just been stored. I mean, I don't know how long this has been uncared for. I mean, things like there is a bit of black left on the round door. Oh, look at that. How lovely. Yeah, I think this, underneath this disgusting exterior, is a very nice machine. How nice, don't know. Let's have a look in here. I see some tape on the front part, whether they just need to be bent a bit more or whether this is worn, I do not know. But there is the front of there. And in here is where there should be a plastic ring and a disposable inner paper bag, which this doesn't have. Oh, there's nothing going to fly out at me. No, but this bag is very, very filthy indeed. So before we go too much further, we are going to get the Victor V9 out and give this a clean up. I don't want to blow no dust everywhere, because I think this is probably going to work fine. It's an old Electrolux. They rarely die. If it was going to be dead, there's a good chance we would physically see it right now. Right. And already that's a lot better. I don't think that's damp, but I think it has been at some point. That will do, and that will wash up very nicely indeed. Let us borrow one of its tools to clean up the rug with a machine very much the wrong time frame for the vacuum tool. Not long enough to clear those flukes on the wand. Oh yeah, you come now. Oh yeah. You can go use it like this. You can tell this is probably just straight out of somebody's loft, because look, there's bird poo on it. Very interesting indeed. It's a shame there isn't the cable. Not because I have any faith that it wouldn't just be a crumbly, horrible mess anyway, that era cable normally does. But you can then rewire a new plug onto the, well, a new cable onto the plug in order to test it, which would be a lot easier for us. Right, so the front is now probably cleaned out for the first time since I was born. Who knows what. Behind here should be a post motor filter, which isn't too disgusting considering that it's probably only ever had that bag in it. And there is the rear of that motor. Right, let's just give this a clean off. It is the original filter as well, because this is metal. I'll be a bit careful. Very cool indeed. So yeah, our original filter can go back in there. I hope that survives being washed. That'd be cool if it did. And then yeah, this metal piece goes on here. Now this all looks ever so familiar, especially to me. It should do to you, but if it doesn't, that's fine. Because it's essentially the same as his younger brother, my ZA55. How, you know, there's just different style of clamps. There's a plastic, not a metal thing at the back. And it has a plugged-in cable. And as you can see where this is going, I got this out primarily because we need ourselves a flex. I may have some of these plugs. I don't know. I need to go and have a look. But oh, if I just tip it up on its front without breaking anything, yeah, you will see the same slotted pins that Electrolux used for no end of machines. I don't. Are you even going to use? Oh dear. Doesn't feel like we got a lot of positive engagement in that plug, folks. What's going on? Is it the plug or is it the machine? Oh, I don't want to break my cable. I don't know if I've got a spare. Oh, there you sort of a bit in that one as well. Okay, well. Oh, hang on, that's just gone in a lot better. Right, you must be in there. And then knowing Electrolux, is that switch is ever so slightly higher? No, it's not. It was stuck. Now I don't know if it's on or off. We shall plug it in to our RCD protective socket over here and see. It runs. Let's just check it's not going to kill me. It runs. How long do you think it's been since that has done anything? Oh yeah. Oh. That is beautiful. And that has quite good airflow. So I think it's time, oh my goodness, I'm looking forward to this, to see what the hose will do. Oh. Yeah. Ooh. Let's just leave it running. Let's try the hose from my 65, which has our little repair. I say that the hose is better. Yeah. Oh, this is good news, folks. Wow. I mean, when the guy said it, well, there's a sort of baseline price in my head that I will pay for stuff, and as soon as he said a tenner, and I knew it didn't have a cable, and I could potentially get it for less than a tenner, I knew it was fairly like it would run. Finding a cable isn't going to be the most impossible thing in the world. And we now have ourselves a fully working Electrolux ZA55. Well, that runs really, really well. I'm sure it's getting a little bit faster as well, because it's going to be quite gummed up. So that wind down is just superb. However, I'm interested to see, I've just turned the switch on. Oh, now this is really in there. Oh my goodness. Ah, there we go. Wonder what my one sounds like in comparison, because this has been fully apart. This has been completely fettered. I think it runs about as well as one of these probably could do. Oh yeah. So long as my second cable so we can run it both side by side. Yeah, no, my one runs a lot better. But then again, my one will have better airflow. Oh, do we have to fiddle this now? Oh, you went in before. That'll do. My one does have better airflow. And I wonder if it's this filter. That's a bit better. Yeah, and this is 50 watts more. So it's never had had this done. My friend, breathe, you are safe now. Who knows how long this thing has been knocking around the old car boot for, but I think, look, let's just unplug it, because I still don't trust these things until I've had them apart. Oh, yeah, this plug is quite stiff. Even the little plasticky rubbery things are still on the end of these clips. I think they'll just need bending gently into place. Yeah, they're on both sides. The rails are in excellent condition. I mean, I can't go putting it around my laminate, sadly, but the rails are good. The little hook is good. I mean, again, my 65 has these little plastic wheels, which will help a bit. But I couldn't leave it for a £5. I think it's got potential. So what do you think? Shall I add it to the refurb pile, or do any of you want to just buy it as is for a project yourself? Do let me know down below. And I'm going to get a charger for this, whether you want to see this in another video. Probably not a whole video, I'll just show you it running with something else. And if you would like us to at least go through and see if this runs, because we have it now, we may as well. I mean, yeah, let me know. This is why I don't often go to the car boot, because you end up with a load of stuff that is cool and probably works fine, but you don't need. So yeah, you know, I'm glad it was only this that I bought. It could have been an awful lot worse. I heard Mr. Tab bought some dreadful cordless vacuum cleaner, so probably going to go and watch that video next. Happy car boot day. I hope you had fun, and yeah, we'll see an after video of this, and let me know about the other things. But until the next time, I and some other random haul of unrelated stuff will see you soon. Bye bye.